They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Call that a gain of 11.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Blues go up by 2 touchdowns. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Walden. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fletcher. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Fletcher. And this is going to be incomplete. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. On first, here's Washington. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far is 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Fights through, and now a crease. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously... the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Up the middle they go, Washington. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. It's Perez. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Second and 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7th. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here? And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Blues are able to add on to that lead. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Fletcher. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fletcher. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw again. They'll find Williams on the slant. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
You know what we need, baby. Here we go, shot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second. Let's go, baby. Step up right now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Dominate this.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
But I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll try the counter with Washington. He'll get this down to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down now, it's Perez, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, and he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now a run up the middle with Washington. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Fletcher. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A handoff for Washington. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now 2nd and 5.
Go.
Right back to Washington. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
You hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position. And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him again on a likely carry on this down.
Come on, set.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Blues continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got to find. This situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Flush to his right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. To himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Fletcher. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Let's do this, man.
Throwing on first down, Fletcher. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's
offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
looking to throw on second down. Fletcher over the middle. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Here we go.
They'll try the left side. Walden. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Go. Up, smash. Reload.
They'll keep it on the ground. Walden trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw. Fletcher. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, is offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Washington gets it going right. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd down, Washington. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Staying on the ground with Washington. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Blues are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Fletcher. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Fletcher, he finds his man, complete. It's 4th, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
first down. Walden. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They can't stop us.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Fletcher. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. To throw on 3rd down. Fletcher. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's got room. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On the give, this is Washington. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team he's going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running it, Washington.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They run with Washington.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you